We're here at the George B. Sprowls Hardware Store in Claysville, Pennsylvania for the premiere episode of Laid Back History Uncovered. All right, so we are here in Claysville, as I said, at the George B. Sprowls Hardware Store, George B. Sprowls and Son,
yes,
Hardware Store, for, as I said, the premiere episode of Laid Back History Uncovered. And you're probably wondering, what is Laid Back History Uncovered? Well, what happened to Searchers, Rich? You guys probably remember Searchers. Brian, Rich, and I.
Yeah, Searchers had a great run for what, about 3-4 years? I mean, we started right around just before the pandemic started, and got a notification from Facebook a month or so ago, whatever it was, and long story short, we got hacked.
The Facebook page got hacked,
and so it took me like an hour and a half or something to get my way back into that thing. I tried saving it. I would like to thank whoever the fine person is in whatever country they may be residing in that's felt the need to hack a local,
a local metal
detecting page. And I'm being as kind about that as I can, but believe me, there was a lot of words going around when I was trying to type on that computer that night. Long story short, couldn't save it, lost all the photographs, lost all the videos that went with it, boom, we're done.
So what we decided to do is, figuring, the page was hacked anyway, we had been talking about the idea of rolling Searchers into the Laid Back History brand. That's right, it's a brand now. Anyway, yeah, it's a brand. So we decided to...
Do tell!
Yeah, I know. So we decided to make Laid Back History Uncovered. And it's going to be...
Clay will not be taking clothes off.
Yes, no.
Nor will I. There you go.
It won't be, as Rich was saying earlier, 40% off. So, but we decided to roll it into Laid Back History Uncovered, which is kind of going to be a combination of Laid Back History Road Trip and Searchers. So what are we going to be doing? We'll still do some metal detecting.
No, we're going to be getting into all kinds of stuff. There'll be some metal detecting, urban exploring.
Or what'd you call that?
Urbex. Urbex is the buzzword, I believe, for us old guys. We just call it looking in old buildings.
We'll go visit some old
historical sites like we were doing with the road trips and stuff. Gravestones, cemeteries, the whole 9 yards there. So
go try to find some abandoned places. Visit some of the old. We've been talking about forever for Searchers going to visit some of the old fort sites. Washington County and Greene County fort sites. But we always were thinking about metal detecting with those. But with Laid Back History Uncovered, it's not just going to be metal detecting. We may not metal detect. We may
not be able to metal detect because most of them, quite honestly, have been paved over, plowed over, and everything's scattered everywhere. I mean, we had almost 4 dozen forts in Washington, 40-something, I forget the exact number.
So 45, I think Brian said.
Something like that, yeah. Brian, who cannot be with us today, did a paper in college about the settlers' forts in Washington County. But yeah, there were 40-something of them, 44, 45, somewhere around there. But yeah, most of them paved over. A lot of them in places you wouldn't really expect them to be in. So, yeah, we'll do that.
So the point is that we can't metal detect everything, but we don't want to just not go to the site because we can't metal detect. So Laid Back History Uncovered is going to be going to sites and talking about them, uncovering the history behind them without maybe always detecting. But there'll still be detecting. Like today, we did bring our detectors. We're hoping maybe we can use them for something. But what we're doing today, for this premiere episode, we're in Claysville. We're at the Sprowls Hardware Store. Gosh, everybody in this area knows the Sprowls Hardware.
Everybody knows Sprowls Hardware.
Everybody was here, and so it shut down in 2013. Unfortunately, they just couldn't compete with the big box stores like Lowe's and Home Depot, and so we lost our local hardware store. But it's still here, and there's a movement right now that we're going to talk about later at the end of the episode the revitalization movement in Claysville and the surrounding region, and this is a central part of it. But we'll get into that later. Right now, I just want to talk a little bit about the history and walk around it and let Rich's phone keep going off. So, you want to silence that?
Yep, just did. That's the work phone. That's the bat phone that should never go off.
We don't worry about
especially on weekends.
So real quick, some of the history. So George Britton Sprowls was born in 1862.
Get this one too.
Oh, you seriously doing work?
No.
Oh, you're turning off your phone.
No, I'm turning off my other phone.
Okay. So George Britton Sprowls was born in East Findlay in 1862. Somewhere down in the corner of East Findlay, where it meets up with Greene County and West Findlay, in between.
Way down that way in the woods.
What is that? Rocky Run Road and Enon Church Road?
Enon Church Road, yeah.
So down there, and it was.
Or as my wife would say, Enon, which is a running joke.
Down in that area, there was some Sprowls farms. And that's where you would find the Simeon and Mary Sprowls farm, which is George B.'s parents. So he was born there in 1862. He went to one of the one-room schoolhouses, which we're guessing was schoolhouse
number seven.
Number seven,
yeah.
which was and it sits on Newland School Road, so it was called the Newland School. We think that's probably the one he went to because it was the closest.
Yeah, but everything on maps is just numbered.
Yeah, exactly. So most likely the one he went to. He did graduate from Washington Jefferson College, which when he graduated, it would be Washington Jefferson because they had merged by then. And then he ends up having a pretty cool history when it comes to his career. He is what we would call a school superintendent.
Yeah.
I think he was just called school director at that time. Yeah. For 23 years of the Washington schools. He was our 3-time representative to the Pennsylvania Public School Convention, I think is what it was called. So he did that for 3 years. And then so I found he was in Latrobe as a solicitor for a year, but I'm not real sure why he ended up in Latrobe.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I couldn't grasp that one.
But then he ends up back here in Claysville as a Burgess. And so,
which is a term you don't hear anymore.
And what is a Burgess?
I have no freaking clue. The closest I can come is the Burgermeister off of The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So if you look up right here, it's telling you what a Burgess is right now. Yeah. So at any rate, I should have looked that up and found out what it was, but I didn't.
Yeah, just to throw me further under the bus. Yeah. Both axles. Okay, that's good.
I'm saying I didn't look either. And then he ends up in 1891 starting a small store where he was actually selling wagons and buggies. And it was it was down here on the back alley somewhere, and I don't know exactly where it was. But he ends up having a store where he's selling buggies and carriages and that kind of thing. Eventually, that progresses into automobiles, and then to a hardware store. And that's and you can see as we explore around here, you'll see how this place progressed and was added onto and got bigger and bigger because they kept building it. I mean, so it went from George Britton Sprowls to his son George Brian Sprowls, then to Richard Sprowls. Is that right? Yeah. Yes. So Dick Sprowls, and then to most recently to Chris and Nick.
Right.
And then Nick is the one that we'll talk about that later. We'll get into that later. But Nick was the last owner and was unfortunately had to shut it down in 2013. But there's still Sprowls Appliances in Washington. So it's still going. The Sprowls name and the hardware idea is still going today, just not here. But you can see, behind us, things we've still got. If you remember coming in here, where you got your paint mixed, still have the paint neon sign. We plugged in one of them so you can see they're still working. But we're just going to kind of look around, and we'll grab the camera, we'll look around and
take a walk and see what we got, and hope we don't find any four-legged critters.
All right, so first floor, this was the main section of it where you had most of your hardware. You can even still see where they had the aisles and where all the shelves were, so which is kind of cool. And then our lovely neon sign. Rich is messing around at the checkout, just seeing what he can find.
I'm a junk picker, what can I say?
So when we came in, I don't remember, Rich, what was to the right? Was this appliances?
Oh, God, it's been too long since I've been here.
Was it appliances? I think this was appliances in here, right?
Well, I don't know, but that sign says lawn and garden, so I'm
well, that was
guessing
down this way, though.
Okay.
But I feel like this was appliances in here. I don't remember, though. Yeah. I feel like that's what this was. Because chainsaws and equipment were the other way. Check out the sign.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm trying to see, unfortunately, all of these things are kind of in a code. 230 sealant, so that would have been, yeah. So this would have been appliances and like bathrooms and stuff like that, I believe.
Okay.
Because the rack here has like a tub sealant
Gotcha. Okay.
thing. 5 million coat hangers?
Looks like there was a stove here, right? Yeah, that's what
Yes, there was.
Yeah, there was.
I was looking at that earlier.
Okay.
And an old Gates V-belt rack.
So I feel like this was appliances in here. And then for those that remember, when you walk through here, there were videos in here at one point. This is where you had your VHS rentals. Not so much anymore. I forget, I don't know what it was changed to afterwards.
Holy smokes, look at this, all of the old business cards.
Who do we got? John Kovacs, Valley Grove Lumber. What is that?
Claysville Family Practice, that's Ziegler.
Oh, Portable Lumber Mill.
Portable lumber mill.
Where's that? Claysville Family Practice? Oh, there.
I just saw it, yeah, right there.
Oh, that's Ziegler, Landonwich, Ryan.
Well, they're still there,
Yeah.
but I think one of them, I don't know. McCullough Corporation, V&V Appliance in Youngstown, Ohio. Benjamin Moore Paints. Wow.
Bob's Machine. Pretty cool.
Dembski's Tree Service is still around.
Yeah, that's Allen, right? Yeah, Allen.
Yeah.
Dembski, yeah. Yep, it's still around. I see his trucks. So,
The design on the windows is kind of cool. Is that lead?
I think it is. Oh wait, what's that?
No.
Check it up. What's that?
It's heat. It's a heat tape.
Oh.
That's what that is heat tape when it got.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, the original, like the defroggers on the back, defrosters on the back.
Why would they have it on these windows?
Well, I'm guessing looking at the close proximity to the building next door, I'm betting these froze up pretty good.
Oh, and then,
because there's no.
And you can see where they sealed them.
Yeah.
Where you put that,
so I'm betting that's sealed up, sir.
Where you take the hair dryer and.
Yep.
So this is some steel stuff. Really?
Lightsaber. It's not Christmas, but hey.
Yes. 1993 service
Look at that,
seminar.
Dick Sprowls, yeah, Spicer.
I'll get that because I know you can't.
Go ahead, trip and fall. I hope you do.
Why?
Because I can. Wonder what they use those for.
Kitchen area. What were you looking at? The fishing?
Oh, that fishing thing in there.
Yeah.
94 trout stamp. Oh, there's more up above it that they've got. I didn't realize that.
I just love the idea that you're sitting in the toilet and you're like, you know what, let's see what kind of gaskets we need.
93. Oh, well, why don't we just do this? $95. We'll just, oh, that's the duck stamp right there.
What? I'm just picturing somebody in there taking a and he's in there for a while and people are knocking and he's like, I'm working, I'm trying to figure out the right gasket. We've been friends for too long.
It's like a big fat bush going up the steps.
Oh, I see her legs. Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
He's short, he's round, he's low to the ground. Everyone knows it's Baker.
So this is where they sold mattresses and beds and... Yeah.
I can't get past that thing.
All this.
That is absolutely one of the creepiest things I have ever seen. I mean, the jack. God.
But really, Rich, look at the tin. Oh, that's...
You know the guy that made the yardsticks?
Uh-huh.
He's not making them any longer.
Wow. Wow. Look at the tin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
What?
And these lights. Look at the lights. I love
Yeah,
these
those
things.
lights are something else. It looks like they should be in a ballroom or something somewhere to me.
You know, they also look like in the 1950s basketball courts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where it took like 15 minutes for them to heat up.
Which is about what these did, too.
Yeah, it did take a while, yeah. But this tin is amazing.
If you need any filters, we got filters.
Well, look, they're all square ones though, aren't they?
What's that?
I don't think they have any rectangular ones. They're all for squares.
Yeah, I was actually looking to see if it had my size here. I ain't got it.
Look, they got a mattress for a very short person.
Brant?
Shut up.
You know what? He'll laugh. You could use it for a pillow.
It's all cash registers.
Oh, jeez.
What you were saying earlier, they even have the
Look
keys
at
on.
the-
They even have the keys.
Look at the Mellon Bank sticker on the side of that one. The Mellon Bank credit card. Oh, wow.
Well, because that was a Mellon down here.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah, that's probably who they did business
And
with.
check out this door.
Hey.
What?
Remember the two-sided ribbon, one side red, one side black?
Oh my gosh.
For the
yeah.
printers?
Yeah.
That's right there. That's
Yeah.
what it's out of, is that, there it is.
Jeez. I love this door.
Oh, yeah, this is the size of a door. This should be on every house that you have to put a refrigerator through or a stove or anything.
Yeah.
Because how many times have we fought with a 37-inch wide refrigerator going through a 36-inch doorway?
Right. It's a little stuck.
It's a lot stuck.
Yeah.
And it is bright in here, and this is the coolest thing.
So what did we looked it up, and what is it?
Sells. S-E-L-Z. Sells shoes.
And it says, make your feet glad, is what that says. It's covered up now. But this was, so where we're standing now is the second floor that was added on later.
Yep.
So this was actually quite visible. And if you look, you can see, Rich, can you point to the roof line? I mean, you can kind of see, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's just right along
the old roof line.
the old roof line.
Is right there.
And this is the part that amused Clay and myself. Down here, and then there's a hole.
Yeah.
This was your rain gutter, and then it comes back up and goes across.
So the rain would run down this way and run down that way into that gutter.
And then go
run
that
off.
way, probably down, well, there's the next door building, so.
Then back to the storage. Or I guess, I remember there's a photo that I've seen that has shelves just lined up here with stuff on them. Oh, it does work, okay. And then what was it that you found over here? The correspondence?
Oh, all of the old, the boxes and boxes of envelopes that say
Hang on.
Sprowls Hardware.
There it goes.
Am I too close?
Nope, just had to get
Established
it.
1891.
Okay.
I will never get that back in there.
Hey, Rich.
Sir.
Look at the floor. I don't think it matters.
Well, yeah, realize that. That's where the raccoons are sleeping. But man, that's a lot. And, and think about that. Look at all of these freaking envelopes.
I know, yeah.
They did that much business.
Yeah, that they were going to need them. Look at these shelves, though. Just how far they go down.
Look at this.
What is it?
Those are the old adding machine calculator ribbons.
Oh, no way. Just look at the size of this.
The architecture's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell it was built as an industrial building. It's not fancy.
Right. But it gets the job done.
Yeah.
Well, and probably the coolest
Actually, that wiring is fairly new.
Well, I mean, it was open till 2013.
Yeah.
Now, what the coolest thing is that
That's Romex.
I'm pretty sure that I stepped on something that's sticking to the bottom of my shoe.
I'm glad I did not. I wouldn't.
But one of the coolest things, the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
It actually had a hand operated elevator.
That is one heck of a flywheel.
And then look over
I'm
here.
sorry, that would be considered a rope shiv.
But look over here. This is what I love. Where it says Claysville, Pennsylvania.
Otis elevator.
Yeah, where it was made for. So you
There's
can
another
see,
one down here.
Yeah, I can't read it as well, but you can
Yeah.
see where it says Otis Elevator, and then it has B Sprowls.
Company notify G B Sprowls 45, which I'm guessing is the order number or the job number.
Probably.
Claysville, PA 45446.
There you go.
Because I can read it on the other one.
Oh, okay.
Company notified G.
Oh, G.B. Sprowls, George B. Sprowls.
Oh, yeah. You're more than a pretty face.
I am.
That is a massive piece of terracotta pipe.
It is. Jeez. And then the elevator shaft. Really don't want to drop my phone down there.
You'll only do it once. Here is an in-ground installation kit for a Weber gas grill. Gas grill.
In-ground installation?
No.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Basically,
Mounts it to the ground.
mounts it. You pour a couple of what do you call it? Footers or whatever you want to call them. Big nails. 10 stakes. Hey, that's what we use
They
them
are
for.
now.
That's what we use them for.
So, pretty freaking cool, though.
That's a long way down there.
Yeah. So you want to head back out?
Did we go back here? Was there anything
Oh.
back here?
I don't know.
What is this? Oh my.
Popular electricity.
Here.
I got it.
Yeah, but I can't read it. 1900 motor washer. My God.
Well, they were open in 1891. They probably had that here. Oh, what was the thing you found? The plastic cleaner?
Oh, the plastic cleaner, yeah.
So if you're looking for any of that, I know where you can find it.
Another giant piece of terracotta, although not busted up.
Yeah, I'm not opening that. Here, Rich, open that.
I'm going to open it.
No, open this.
Open, no. I'll open it if you take a drink.
You stick your finger in it.
It's an old Pitney Bowes adding machine. I'm guessing that was probably paint or something.
Probably. or some sort of wax, or use it as beard butter. It'll be fine.
I don't have a beard. You do.
Oh,
That's a hint. You know anybody who's got an old Proctor Silex toaster? We got parts. Look, there's the rear. There's probably enough in here to build a toaster.
It's all the rear, though.
Front, nope, there's the front.
Oh, okay.
There's the front.
That's a iron.
That's an iron, yeah. Wow. Sorry if I just flashed you. That's an old toaster. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's like,
that's the side where you pick it up from, yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Well, do we have a whole toaster? Let's build one.
Oh man, that's like 3.
I hope you've enjoyed as we've explored the Sprowls building. It is absolutely huge. And so we're going to go ahead and split the episode into 2 parts. So if you join us in 2 weeks, we will be going down into the basement to see what else is hidden. And then we might even go underneath that. We'll see you in 2 weeks for an all-new episode of Laid Back History Uncovered.
Yeah, but they're not making them any longer. That says George Sprowls and Son since 1891. I didn't realize that.
What was the one you picked
Oh,
up?
see, I thought they named that after you, but that says Flathead, not Fathead.